Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, Sztanyo? Welcome into Team Sztanyo Live. My name is Eric Sztanyo from Keller Williams Realty, and we're going to talk about some luxury real estate tonight. Not something we do too often on the channel, but I'm an equal opportunist here. We do a lot of first-time home buyers. We do a lot of second and third home buyers. We do a lot of new construction on this channel. But we should look at some luxury sales tonight. So I'm excited to show you kind of what's sold here in August. There is a $4 million condo for sale in Southshore, kind of the Bellevue, Newport area. So we're going to take a look at that and have a little fun. You know, who doesn't like to look at luxury houses? If you are looking to move into the area and you want that elegance, you want that prestige, you want that privacy, all the things that can come with luxury real estate, I'm going to go through some of the top sales here in the last month. And so you can get kind of a feel for some of the areas where the most expensive homes sell in Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky. And if you're not in that price point, that's okay. You can just kind of sit back on the couch, eat some popcorn, and take a look at some really pretty homes. So let's dive in. I want to start with this condominium that is for sale. Let me pull this up 1 second. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna talk through this condo that's for sale. It's $3.99 million, and I'm going to show you some pictures, but then I'm going to show you a video that's pretty cool about here. But let's talk about it first. So this is a Newport penthouse with views overlooking the Cincinnati skyline. It is hitting the market. It's on the 19th floor of the Southshore condominiums complex at 400 Riverboat Row. It's going to be listed for $3.999 million. Lee Robinson of Robinson Sotheby's International is the listing agent. It's currently owned by Eugene Janning. He's a co-founder of Cincinnati-based Zetron. I don't know exactly how to say that business. A subsidiary of Northrop Grumman Corp. He's the founder of Pole Zero, a Westchester Township-based electronics part supplier. So if you are a business owner, a founder of a startup, this might be the kind of place you want to look at. When the tower was being built, Janning approached the developer, Capital Investment Group, and decided to combine both penthouses slated for the 19th floor, resulting in one full floor, more than 7,500 square foot custom built unit. So pretty unique property there. Pretty original. I think it would be fair to say this would be one of the top 3 condominiums in Cincinnati. It's Robinson told me it's so superior from a view standpoint, from an interior build out standpoint. It is incredible. Janning also invested more than $5 million in its build when he purchased it 15 years ago, putting more than $1.5 million into the woodwork alone. The penthouse features 4 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms, 1 powder room. It's wrapped in floor-to-ceiling windows, providing views from nearly every corner. You basically have a 360-degree panorama, Robinson said. Nobody's got this view. The primary suite is expansive with 2 closet spaces, a fireplace, and a separate seating area. It has a connected primary bathroom with a spa bathtub. It includes 2 access points to separate outdoor balconies, 1 exclusive to the primary. There's a total of 3 balconies, totaling around 1,500 square feet of outdoor space. The largest features a hot tub, ample seating, and entertaining space, a built-in barbecue area, second fireplace, and decorative fountain. The green space is AstroTurf. When we looked at it, it was 2 condominiums. We couldn't decide which one to buy because one had the outside garden space and the other had the view of the city. Janning told me we couldn't decide, so we finally ended up just buying them both. Why not? You could buy one condo for $2.5 million or the other for $2.5 million, or you could just buy them both for $5 million. There's also a large interior space for entertaining, including a full bar and wine cellar. There's a large dining room and multiple seating areas. The kitchen features an expansive island, granite countertops, dual ovens, a breakfast seating area, a 3rd fireplace, and more. There's a home office with views overlooking the Ohio River, complete with built-in shelving and another fireplace. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to pull this up. I'm going to pull up the video really quick, and I'll keep reading. Give me 1 second. I'm going to add this so you guys can see this while I'm reading it, because that's more fun than just me reading an article, right? I want a tab. I want this, and I want to share the audio. And I'm going to try to hang on one sec. Let me bring this over here. And okay. Full screen. Full screen. And hopefully you guys will get the audio of this as well. I'll keep reading as we go along. There's a home office, views overlooking the Ohio River, complete with built-in shelving and another fireplace, all behind 2 wood frame glass doors. A 12-seat home theater offers its own concession bar, a laundry room with washer and dryer, a hobby or craft room, ample storage space, and an in-unit hidden fire escape. Overall, the penthouse is adorned with lavish crown molding, chandeliers, and wood finishes. You can see some of that molding there. Beautiful throughout. Chandeliers, you can see some of the views. The owners will too own a private 7-car garage. There's also a bicycle garage shared with other building residents. Beautiful place. In terms of building amenities, owners will have access to the 5th floor, which is home to an exercise area, a swimming pool overlooking the Ohio River, and a clubhouse for larger events. The first floor lobby has a smaller view. The unit below a 2,000 square foot space features floor for the Southshore Tower, recently built 2.35 theater, primary bedroom with a fireplace. We're just on suite tub, with the views of the skyline. Yeah. All this outdoor patio space. You're on top of your outdoor space, fireplace, tub, barbecue, grill. Pretty epic music, not gonna lie. Tired of the view outside. You can have music like that. Beautiful. Pretty amazing quality and craftsmanship. You're definitely getting some exclusive lifestyle and amenities there. Quite beautiful. I'm gonna go back. I'm just gonna finish reading out here. So the unit below is 5,000 square feet. Robinson said medium-sized units in the building typically sit around 2,000 square feet. So again, this one is 7,500 square foot custom built unit. A lot of space. I would market a normal Southshore unit versus this penthouse is refined because the audience is different. The right fit is beyond financial. Penthouse is scheduled to hit the market this week. So this is definitely very, very optimistic. Certainly $4 million. Not just that, you're getting extra. You're getting prestige. I mean, the home itself is a statement piece. Status symbol, really. Place where you can select your unique space. Breathtaking. What do you guys think? Please leave a comment in the chat. What do you guys think about this? It stands out to you. Looks good. It looks good. What a good outdoor space. I would look good. Not a lot of properties like this on the area. All right. Well, there you have it. Pretty awesome. Let me close this out real quick. And okay. So, what do you guys think? Like I said, not something we cover a ton on this channel, but when you see something pop up like this for 3.999 million, very unique property. Cincinnati, the luxury market in general. I'm going to read this next article here and kind of give you a feel. If you are in the luxury housing market and you're either here in the area or you're thinking of moving to the area, I want to show you some of the other properties for sale and kind of give you a feel for the statistics here. Let's go to this article, which is showing the most expensive home sales in the Cincinnati area for August, and go run through some of these stats here. We're going to go, I'll come back to the slideshow in just a minute, but I want to give you guys a feel for the luxury market, if that's something you're interested in. So after a month that was boosted by a $5.8 million home sale, the top of the Greater Cincinnati housing market was more in line with the rest of the year in August. The average sale price for the top 10 most expensive home sales in August fell nearly 31% to July to nearly $1.8 million for the average sale price. Last month's average also was down 4.6 compared to the same month a year ago, when the average sale price was $1.9 million. So that's, if you're looking at the top 10 home sales in that $1.92 million mark, that's kind of where your average luxury house is here in Cincinnati, that $2 million mark. There are two home sales at top $2 million, both in with a Northern Kentucky home selling for $2.85. Through August 31st, homes have been sold at a price of $2 million. Oh, I'm sorry. Through August, 31 homes have been sold at a price of $2 million or more. When compared to the same time period a year ago, 24 homes had been sold for $2 million or more. So more homes in this luxury market here in Cincinnati over $2 million this year, 31 compared to 24 year to date. The data for the top sales is courtesy of Sipsey Klein, blah, 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 blah. Overall home sales. Okay, just a little bit of other data here if you're interested in this market and where they're at. The most expensive home sales included properties in Indian Hill. You're going to see, when you look at this list, the top 10 list of luxury houses in Cincinnati, overall, you're going to see them pop up in Indian Hill quite a bit. You'll see some in Anderson Township, Liberty Township, the East End, Mason, Montgomery, and every now and then in Newport, like that condo I just showed you, the penthouse in the Southshore there. So, but you'll see Indian Hill as a repeated theme here in terms of the luxury market here in Cincinnati. Overall home sales in Southwest Ohio rose in August. Last month there were 16. So this is everything, not just luxury. There were 1665 home sales in Butler, Claremont, Hamilton, and Warren counties, an increase of 2.4% from last year, but down 6.7 from July. That's typical seasonality. August is always down from July. Really May, June, July are the peak home sales. Median home sale price rose to $302,000. That's up 3.1% from the year before. All right, let's take a look at some of these homes. Pop up this slideshow here for you guys. I'm trying to make this bigger. Okay. So number 10 on the list, $1.467 million in Indian Hill. This is on Shawnee Run Road. Julie Back was the listing agent of this one. So like I said, you'll see a lot of these homes brick here in Indian Hill. A lot between 1 to 2, even up to 3, and some in $4 million up in Indian Hill. Indian Hill again, 1.492,000. A listing firm, Dick Gilbert, was the agent for Huff Realty, 8460 Caroline's Trail. And by the way, if any of you guys want to see any of these properties, just let me know. We can dig into the MLS and take a look at them. Here in Liberty Township, Andrea DeStefano and Linda DeStefano were the buyer agents on this one. Solomon Wilburn and David Weiner from Pivot Realty Group, 1.5 million here in Liberty Township on Carriage House Boulevard. Summerview Drive here in Anderson Township. Bob Dorger and Robbie Dorger were the listing agents from Comey and Shepherd, 1.525 million. On the East End, 1.5 million. Debbie Martin was listing agent. Debbie is just a few doors down from me here in my office. So a lot of these nice properties here on the East End have these river view. And really what we were looking at, and if you can kind of see it in the distance here, right over, well, it's kind of hard to see. I would say it's like right here is that those Southshore condos. So just a few miles west of these East End properties here on Riverside Drive. Number 5 on the list, also in Indian Hill. So that's our third Indian Hill property here, 1.6 million. Ben Austin, also in my office here, was the listing agent. Julie Beck was the buyer's agent. 6680 North Clippinger Drive there in Indian Hill. Number 4 on the list, also in Indian Hill, 6145 Miami Road, 1,670,000. Kathy Lanstra of Sipsy Klein was the listing agent there. Here in Mason, so kind of a newer home on 608 West Church Street, 1.7 million. Keith Collier, looks like a dual agent situation here. Had the listing and the buyer for this property here in Mason. Number 2 in Montgomery, 41 Traditions Churn, 2.35 million. Diana Tafuri of Sipsy Klein was the listing agent. And number 1 on the list was actually 400 Riverboat Row. So that same, let me see here. Is it the same? Yeah. So actually, right below it, so the article mentioned this property, 400 Riverboat Row, and the listing agent was Heather Herr and Nicole Hayden from Private Real Estate Collection. Buyer's agent was Michelle Mamo. So I just did a deal. I just closed on a deal with Michelle on Friday. So that was fun. So there is your top 10 list. So 2.85. So this one here that we just showed you here. Here's the photos. Is the double penthouse for 3.9 million here. Very, very nice. Okay. So there you go. There's kind of a look. Like I said, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a feel of the luxury market here. And I want to show one more thing here before I'm not going to stay on too long tonight. But just understanding this luxury market here in Cincinnati and what we're seeing, a lot of times it's local buyers, local sellers, but obviously Cincinnati, in terms of financial overall, we're not the richest city in the U.S. It's not California or New England where you have a lot of old money, but you do still have things like this happen. There's still some money in Cincinnati. And I thought this was really cool. Xavier University secured a $60 million gift. This was a donation from the Kleekamp family. And this is one thing I do see fairly often here in Cincinnati is, where a lot of the wealth is, it gets reinvested through charities here within the city. And I'm sure that happens in a lot of cities, especially if you live there, if you grow up there. But I just love seeing this, love seeing people give back to the universities, to the city where they made a lot of their money. The Kleekamp family is part of a law firm. Don Kleekamp graduated from university in 1954 from Xavier. He co-founded the Cincinnati-based corporate law firm Keating, Muthing, and Kleekamp. And he's been a longtime trustee of the university. So I just wanted to point that out as well as we were kind of talking about this luxury market. I'm going to make a giant switch and hit one more thing here before I pop out. But this was one other article that stood out to me this week was that, going from luxury to the rental market. And this article mentioned that 50% of the renters are, what is it called? Are are considered cost burdened. And what that means is that they're paying more than 30% of their income towards rent. What was interesting to me in this article as well is that it's 31% of renters are cost burdened, but it's only 21% for homeowners and only 11% for those who don't have a mortgage. That makes sense. Obviously, if you don't have a mortgage, you're not going to be as cost burdened. But it just goes to show again that I thought what was interesting about this article what I wanted to point out is, renters in general, they're actually more cost burdened than homeowners. And now, obviously, a lot of those homeowners who are in that 20%, 21% demo, they may have bought a few years back when housing was not as expensive, when interest rates were down. And so it might but rent has continued to go up in the last several years. And so, but you're seeing a larger percentage of renters are cost burdened than homeowners. And that makes sense to me when I think about it. What I'm interested to see is what comes out of that going forward. I'm interested to see different kinds of housing scenarios that come out, not just with the election. I'm not talking about that, but more creative ways of doing housing, whether that's, I've talked about on this channel, Drees Homes, looking at their townhome and condo division, where they're going to be doing more infill building here in Cincinnati. A lot of that is to try to keep costs down, because not every buyer who's not in the housing market, maybe who's renting right now, is looking for a large single family home. Maybe they want that condo or townhome to keep it in that $300,000 range, more affordable than something that's a larger single family home. So I know this is a big swing from the beginning of this video from the luxury living, but I just I saw that article. I wanted to point that out as well. The other thing that I think that could happen to keep housing prices down, I'm very interested to see if families kind of stockpile more a little bit and do more multi-generational living. And I'm very interested to see if more builders kind of come out with a multi-generational product. I mentioned, I think on the channel last week, I was talking about the paired patio homes, and you can see that from Fisher Homes. MI Homes has a product like that, Drees Homes as well. But I hadn't thought about it from a multi-generational family perspective, where you could live side by side. Parents could kind of take care of the grandkids, but you can each have your separate living space. You could each have your separate kitchen, your separate bedrooms with a wall kind of right down the middle. And that might be a way to pool resources, but still kind of keep overall costs down. I'm curious if something like that becomes more and more common, because I am seeing more and more where, because affordability is an issue for a lot of families, I'm seeing where parents are helping the younger generation get into the housing market, get into that first home. And so can you see some more creative ways to do that down the road? So, okay, kind of a big jump from the original title of this video, which was the luxury market here. But it was fun. I'm not gonna go through too much more, but thought, sometimes it's fun to kind of look at these luxury properties, and especially these that are unique like this, um, that pop up every so often. It's very rare when a double penthouse, 7,500 square feet, pops up on the market. So thought you guys would like to see that. All right, guys, I'm gonna pop off tonight. I've actually got a deal. I'm working on a counter offer with some clients, so I was a little bit late popping in, and I hope you guys have an amazing week. If you are in the luxury market, you're interested in buying something locally here, we'd love to work with you, whether that's in the Cincinnati side or the Kentucky side. We'd love to help you guys buy or sell. All right, guys, I'm going to pop out tonight. This was a quick one. I appreciate you jumping in. Thanks so much for watching.